Next question is, which service provides network traffic filtering across multiple Azure subscriptions and virtual networks? Option A, Azure Firewall. Option B, an application security group. Option C, Azure DDoS protection. Option D, a network security group, NSG. Correct answer is option A, Azure Firewall. Next question is, which Azure services should you use to store certificates? Option A, Azure Security Centers. Option B, an Azure Storage Account. Option C, Azure Key Vault. Option D, Azure Information Protection. Correct answer is option C, Azure Key Vault. Next question is, you have a resource group named RG1. You plan to create virtual networks and app services in RG1. You need to prevent the creation of virtual machines only in RG1. What should you use? Option A lock. Option B, an Azure role. Option C, a tag. Option D, an Azure policy. Correct answer is option D, an Azure policy. Next question is, what can Azure Information Protection encrypt? Option A, network traffic. Option B, documents and email messages. Option C, an Azure storage account. Option D, an Azure SQL database. Correct answer is option B, documents and email messages. Next question is, what should you use evaluate whether your company's Azure environment meets regulatory requirements? Option A, the Knowledge Center website. Option B, the Advisor Blade from the Azure portal. Option C, Compliance Manager from the Security Trust portal. Option D, the Security Center Blade from the Azure portal. Correct answer is option D, the Security Center Blade from the Azure portal. Next question is, your company has an Azure environment that contains resources in several regions. A company policy states that administrators must only allowed to create additional Azure resources in a region in the country where their office is located. You need to create the Azure resources that must be used to meet the policy requirement. What should you create? Option A read-only lock. Option B, an Azure policy. Option C, a management group. Option D, a reservation. Correct answer is option B, an Azure policy. Next question is, this question requires that you evaluate the underlying text to determine if it is correct. From Azure Cloud Shell, you can track your company's regulatory standards and regulations such as ISO 27001 instructions. Review the underlying text. If it makes the statement correct, select no changes needed. If the statement is incorrect, select the answer choice that makes the statement correct. Option A, no changes needed. Option B, the Microsoft Cloud Partner Portal. Option C, Compliance Manager. Option D, the Trust Center. Correct answer is option C, Compliance Manager. Next question is, this question requires that you evaluate the underlying text to determine if it is correct. The Microsoft Online Services privacy statement explains what data Microsoft processes, how Microsoft processes the data, and the purpose of processing the data. Options are no changes needed. Option B, Microsoft Online Services Teams. Terms. Option C, Microsoft Online Services Legal Agreement. Option D, Online Subscription Agreement for Microsoft Azure. Correct answer is option A, no changes needed. Next question is, this question requires that you evaluate the underlying text to determine if it is correct. You have several virtual machines in an Azure subscription. You create a new subscription. The virtual machines cannot be moved to new subscription. Options are no changes needed. Option B, the virtual machines can be moved to the new subscription. Option C, the virtual machines can be moved to the new subscription only if they are all in the same resource group. Option D, the virtual machines can be moved to the new subscriptions only if they run Windows Server 2016. Correct answer is option B, the virtual machines can be moved to the new subscription. Next question is, you attempt to create several managed Microsoft SQL Server instances in an Azure environment and receive a message that you must increase your Azure subscription limits. What should you do to increase the limits? Option A, create a service health alert. Option B, upgrade your support plan. Option C, modify an Azure policy. Option D. Create a new support request. Correct answer is option D. Create a new support request. Next question is, your company has 10 offices. You plan to generate several billing reports from the Azure portal. Each report will contain the Azure resources utilization of each office. Which Azure Resources Manager feature should you use before you generate the reports? Option A. Tags. Option B. Templates. Option C. Locks. Option D. Policies. Correct answer is option A. Tags. Next question is, this question requires that you evaluate the underlined text to determine if it is correct. You deploy an Azure resources, the resources becomes unavailable for an extended period due to a service outage. Microsoft will automatically refund your bank account. Options are no change is needed. Option B, automatically migrate the resource to another subscription. Option C, automatically credit your account. Option D, send you a coupon code that you can redeem for Azure credits. Correct answer is option C, automatically credit your account.